Good evening. The rivers that flow through Courtenay rose very suddenly early this morning, and that prompted the mayor to declare a local state of emergency. Now, tonight, those levels are beginning to return to normal, but the state of emergency will stay in effect because of a series of high tides to occur over the next few days. There are also heavy rains in the forecast. A-News reporter Gord Kurbis has the latest.
Early this morning, rivers replaced roads, rapids smothered entranceways, and deep puddles overtook fire hydrants and cars. It was Courtenay's second major flood in less than 2 months.
We expected the worst, opened our emergency operations center and put our plan into effect. And once again, it worked flawlessly.
43 people were evacuated from the Maple Pool campsite, and then for several hours, city crews worked to block traffic and protect businesses. They were trying to hold back overflowing waters that escaped from the Courtenay River, but it didn't entirely work, leaving merchants to face another big cleanup at first light.
There's a gas can that had spilled over gas, so when we walked through the doors and that, it was really smelled like gas.
There was probably a good foot just outside the door last night at midnight, so it was coming in pretty good.
And for businesses like Fountain Tire, today's cleanup comes just days after finally putting things together from November's flooding. And what's worse is it could happen again.
You just had somebody come by and said it could happen again Thursday or Friday. They're expecting another high tide.
Courtenay's mayor is thankful this time the flooding took place in the middle of the night, avoiding traffic problems. And he's pointing the blame squarely at Mother Nature.
It's a combination of the high tide, a gusty southeast wind, heavy rain, and this time it was warm temperatures that really played a part in it.
But some are not so sure about that. They think some of the fault is here at the Comox Dam. Under normal circumstances, BC Hydro controls how much water flows through here and when. There are those down in Courtenay who are criticizing Hydro for letting too much water go through too fast. While on the other hand, behind the dam, there are also people criticizing Hydro, saying Hydro took too long to release the water.
They just never let it out in time. They had to know this was coming.
Bob Stelfox's home along Comox Lake is now completely surrounded by water. A pickup is his only means in and out.
They either let it out and flood Courtenay, or they leave us to get flooded.
How does that make you feel? You're kind
well, it's tough.
Kevin Leash also had a cabin near the water, but today the lake is right up against it, and is also throughout his basement.
The lake was too high for too long, and now it's flooding Courtenay because it's going over the spillway because the lake's too high now. We've been trying to react, but now our ability to absorb or attenuate these flows, it's beyond our control. It's what happened last night. The Browns in the Solon River were flowing at a higher level than they were the Monday morning.
The fear now is that levels around the dam could raise another meter, forcing an evacuation of these homeowners. That would also result in more spillover making its way into downtown Courtenay. In the Comox Valley, Gord Kurbis, A-News.